That's right. How did this little chainsaw change the chainsaw world? Welcome back. I think a little series called Kings of the Woods. And today we're going to feature the Power Mac 6. And I have 3 varieties, and I know there's 4 at least, but I've got 3 of them. And we're starting out with how did this saw do this within its first year of being out was the fastest, best selling of its kind. Well, this saw right here, when it come out, top handle design. You know, people say McCulloch was ahead of their time. No, they were making the time with these chainsaws right here. This is the first type of them, the ram horn, and later on came in, and they also had automatic oils, and later on came with a brace type. Has the bracing down here, as you can see. Automatic oiler ones were identified by the black. And then later on there were tube style ones, tubular handles that were made, and then the chain brake, but we'll get back. That one we still have to put on the table, so there's a future video. So, this being what it is, this saw, minus bar and chain, coming at 6.5 pounds. This instantly was a huge seller to be able to take up into a tree and to do for small work. No more of those big giant saws and everything to do. Tiny little engine. I think it's 2 cubes. This one and this one feature a 1/4 inch chain. This is an original 1/4 inch chain. Air filter intake was on the back. Has a tube that goes to the carburetor. And I don't know how this saw wasn't continued to be developed and the Mini Mac took over. This is a very easy one to work on. You take the side cover off and you have access to the carburetor right there. And I have a video series showing that, and I'll link you at the bottom in the description. On and off switch right there at your thumb. Choke. Carburetor adjustments, your fuel, and your oiler. And like I say, this is a manual oiler one. Automatics have that at the front. So, I got a couple ads here from way back in the day to show on this. Advertisements and stuff, and I just, like I say, I don't know how. So, why is it not a McCulloch Power? Why not? It's a McCulloch Power Mac 6, the best-selling chainsaw in America, the only one in the 6-pound class, more power than some saws twice its size, and features than most saws of any size. Zips their 8-inch log in 6 seconds, and that's with the 1/4 inch chain. Cuts a winter's worth of firewood quick and easy. And now the world's lightest chainsaw comes with an automatic oiling too, like I had mentioned. Automatic oiler, and then here's an original with a non-ram horn with the brace. I really like the ads though. They did a really good job on this. This comes in a dealer manual I have. So there was tons of promotions back in the day. I mean, here's an original one. That. And then they had her hold that one again. I have other ones. Probably unseen to some. The world's lightest chainsaw. The world's lightest chainsaw with automatic oiling. And then other little things, gas and goes and stuff like that. 70s models, you know, either way, with or without the automatic oiling, you'll be making the right decision. They're both 70s models, and I don't know, when it comes to the Mini Macs, I don't know how that overshadowed and took over these. These Power Mac 6s are just amazing little things. And I mean, the promotions and everything and the ads, they were just on. And this is all dealer stuff right here. So I actually kind of want to frame these up Best of show, the winner with chainsaw users as a whole. It's the fastest selling, most popular lightweight chainsaw ever introduced. The winner with professionals, Mr. Charles L. Benge, president of the Tree of Houston, a tree service employing 435 men and operating 450 chainsaws, says, of the 260 Power Mac units we purchased to date, 204 are still on the job. We normally write off a chainsaw after 400 hours operation and an average of 20 running hours per week for 20 weeks. Our record indicates that the Power Mac saws are actually lasting well past 400 hours. In addition to maintenance costs, the Mac 6 has been extremely low, and there have been noticeable increases in crew efficiency, a direct result of the saw's lightweight and remarkable handling characteristics. So, there you go. A tree service of back in the day even said these saws just hold their own. McCulloch Power Mac 6, world's lightest chainsaw. See, you can see why, people ask about these. What do I have? You don't have just a saw. You have history in your hands. Something that is just awesome to use. And you get a chance for one of these, get it. Now, there are a couple downsides to this chainsaw, however. The plastic recoiling on them gets brittle with time, and these saws have age to them. So that plastic, when starting, people start them too hard pull, you could break it that way by pulling to the end of your rope. Or if you don't pull out, like I did in one video, when shutting down so that you have some give, it too can cause it to break on that one. And I'll link that down in the description also, why you should pull the handles out. It's just as important on these as the big cube saws. When they say actual size on this little thing, they actually mean actual size. I mean, as you can see, the chainsaw spoke for itself. Popular mechanics, a rip-roaring performer. 6 and 8-inch logs were no match for the mighty might. All controls and adjustment points are conveniently located. Popular mechanics. Everybody's heard of that. Popular science. Chainsaw age. I've never heard of that one. Time magazine. Even a woman can wield it. So, you have it right there, the facts in itself. And how this saw with so much popularity got run over by the Mini Mac. Which those saws are a pain. And I have one, I use it, but I'd rather tear it up than this. So it just amazes me that how this series of saws right here got completely overshadowed, and I don't know what it is. Now, another downside to this, besides the recoil, is also the fuel line for them. And they're kind of a unicorn, I should say. Here we go, we got one. They're a unique design when it comes to finding one. I mean, they're out there, but they're not cheap. Some people do, however. And it's this. This is your fuel line. Goes into a wick system in the tank. Passes through the tank, and just this little part sticks out from the gas tank. And this little part plugs into the carburetor. When you put the tank onto the body, it plugs in and seals it. That is why, another reason on these, though, that you find one, hopefully this is in good shape, or you can find one of these little fuel lines. These run anywhere from $30 to $40 when found, but some people have gotten lucky and found them much, much cheaper. So, I've used one of these, though, and I gotta say, I really like them. The saws are just hands down some of the some of the best, and it paved the way to the future that other companies were like, we gotta get in on this and everything. So it's kind of what you saw happen and everything. But the world's lightest chainsaw, and it took that title, and as you saw, it just ate it up. The world loved it, and those who used it. So just want to do a little video series on the Power Mac 6 and why they have their name, why are they so powerful, and whatnot, how they got that title. And they earned every bit of title on these. And if you ever get the chance to own one, own it. You ever get the chance to run one, run it. You will understand what I mean and what others over the many decades are talking about. So just want to say, thanks for watching, and just, quick little series, little videos on, I'm calling Kings of the Woods, just doing some little reviews on saws. And I did not want this one to fall into the shadows of any bigger saws, because this saw right here next to like a Super Pro 125, an excellent combo to have. And guys would take these up into trees with them and just use them. And to this day, guys still use these saws for that. There's a few guys out there that are Mac and vintage saw users, and they won't go up into a tree with anything other than one of these. So, till then, thanks for watching.